Again, we're carrying on this month's readings, and today's reading, as you might be able to see from the title, is called 9 Letters Say It All. Sometimes it's easy to relate to things, and sometimes it's not easy to relate to things. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not finding it easy relating to the readings for this month. That's not to say there's anything wrong with the readings. It's just that I've got a hard time just connecting with them. However, it's my job to read them out to you and make some comments. So here we are. 9 Letters Say It All. First quote is from somebody you have heard of for sure. That's T.S. Eliot. And it was from 4 quartets. I'm not familiar with that work of his. He says, "We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time." And it's a fairly well-known quote. And sometimes what he's telling us is that we have all the information that we need, but until we've actually gone through some life experiences, we don't really fully understand the information that we have. And oftentimes we don't fully understand who we are until we've gone through a lot of exploring. Ernest Holmes, of course, is usually a little bit more obtuse. He says, "You should become aware that the one creative power is expressing in you in a unique way, and that it is always pressing against you, seeking a full outlet of its infinite possibilities." So in other words, there's one source, one power, one essence that is through and in and as everything, as most of you are fully aware. And what Holmes is saying here is that it's always attempting to get you to express yourself more fully. That's what it's seeking. Why? Because it wants to express itself more fully. And in this particular case, it's through you. So it will find ways and means to actually nudge you along to find out more about who you are and to express that self more fully. And our writer this month says, "I've been around the church block a time or two, and I get pretty confident in my understanding of certain spiritual concepts. Wholeness was one of those. My previous understanding of wholeness included a need to fix or heal or put together something that was broken to make it whole again. What I didn't realize was that this understanding didn't even break the surface of the truth encompassed in this 9-letter word, wholeness. We can be tempted to look at our experiences and put them into categories: the good, the bad, the pleasant, the unpleasant, the give me more of this, and the I don't want any more of this if I can help it. Then we live our lives based on the quantity of things in any of those categories. What if we flipped the process on its head and chose to look at each experience as a part of our wholeness? That in essence is the prize of wholeness, each experience nudging us further and deeper into a radical understanding of our true nature. We're like containers of well-used Play-Doh, colors mixed up, a little lumpy and a little fuzzy from whatever we've picked up along the way. We're beautiful and unique and reflective of the totality of our experience. Instead of striving for some secret formula that for $19.95 will make us whole again, we're called to recognize that all of our fabulous parts, those we love and those we would rather not have anyone see, are wholeness. We can save our money knowing we already have all we need." So what does all that mean? Well, I can tell you what it means to me. It means that we accept ourselves as who we are and what we are right now, that we just fully accept ourselves. and that we move on from that. We don't beat ourselves up about what we've done in the past, what's gone on in the past, who we've been out with, what we've been up to, and our successes and our failures and everything. So in other words, every minute, every second is a new start. And we learn from the past. And we accept all the stuff that's gone on in the past, the good, the bad, the ugly, etc. And then we learn from it and we move on from it. So we accept ourselves as who we are now. Not that we're going to stay exactly as who we are now, but we accept ourselves in this minute. In other words, we don't beat ourselves up about what we've done, what we haven't done, what we've accomplished, what we haven't accomplished. We accept everything right now. And then, as I said, we look back what we've done and we see how we can learn from that. So I think the wholeness in this sense is a matter of accepting ourselves as who we are, knowing that we are in essence human beings who are imperfect human beings, but we are the whole of who and what we are right now, and that we have the opportunity to use that as a stepping stone to move on, to advance in the future, to keep moving up that spiritual ladder without recrimination. If we've hurt people in the past, yes, it behooves us to do something about that. If we've hurt ourselves in the past, it behooves us to forgive ourselves, because if we can't forgive ourselves, we can't forgive anybody else. And when we don't forgive people, including ourselves, we're dragging all that weight around, and it's not psychologically good for us, and it isn't spiritually good for us, and it isn't physically good for us. So it's saying, yes, I accept who I am, I accept what I've done, this is what I can learn from it, and if I need to make it up to somebody, I'll do that, and then I will move on, and I continue. So every second is an opportunity to start all over again. That's what I get from this. It was really hard. I read it twice, and I understand what she's saying, and I think it's what I've just explained. If it isn't, then you take away from this what you want. Every single one of us reads these things in a different way. We all understand things in a different way. Reverend Jesse was saying, he's probably said it on more than one occasion, that oftentimes he'll say something and people have interpreted it in a completely different way. Or he said something and people have heard him say something completely different that he never said. And then they've come out and thanked him for it, said, wow, it's wonderful that you said this. And he said, I've never said it, to himself. He said, I never said that. But wonderful that this is what they took away from it. So every single one of us sees the world through a different lens, because we've all got different experiences. And they're all good when we accept the fact that it's a starting point for something completely new. The affirmation: I recognize the truth of wholeness revealed through all of my experiences. I recognize the truth of wholeness revealed through all my experiences. So in the spiritual sense, we are whole, perfect, and complete. In a material sense, well, we are who we are with all our flaws and faults and everything. And Plato said, that everything you see on this physical realm, for each one thing, there is a perfect spiritual essence behind it. And that includes us. So let me know what you think. I really do like it when people text me and let me know, or email me, let me know. But text is preferable. I get about 300 emails a day, so it's kind of easy to lose some of them. So anyway, that's really all I've got, except to remind you, Reverend Lisa will be on tomorrow morning. She will be reading from the Science of Mind textbook. It's actually the Science of Mind book. We call it the textbook because it contains all the basic teachings that we teach to other people. Take a deep breath. Let it go slowly. Why do we do that? It's because it's good to sometimes just stop let everything go to one side, whatever's going on, and just take a breather. Breathing is good. Deliberate breathing is good. Concentrating on your breathing is another form of mindfulness, meditation. So if you've never done it, give it a shot. Just try and find a quiet place and just sit there and just concentrate on your breath and see how that works for you. We know that it's good for us psychologically and physically and spiritually. So until next time, namaste.